Hello, welcome to SS Multimedia. This is Arjun Kukun. Today, we will be learning about using mental math to add and subtract. Objective. Today, our objective will be understanding how to use mental math to add and subtract and perfect the methods of breaking apart, compensation, and counting on. So now, first method we're going to use to add and subtract is breaking apart. So as you can see, it's called breaking apart, so I'm pretty sure you can guess that we're breaking a number apart. So our first two problems here are 45 plus 24 and 28 minus 15. Let's do them separately. So 45 plus 24. This is our question or problem. So now we need to break apart 24 into two different numbers. So first, let's draw a rectangle. Now we need to divide it into two different places. One big one and one small one. So now, let's say this is our 45 and this is our 24. So now, what we're doing here is dividing this 24 into two different pieces. So now, this is what the edited version of this 24 would look like. So now, this part would be our 20, and this part would be a 4. Let me just kind of color that so we know that. Okay, so now we need to add them. We divided 24 because into two different things because it's easier to add 45 and 20 than it is to add 45 and 24. So now, what is 45 plus 20? Well, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 5 plus 0 is 5, so the answer is 65, but we're not done yet. We still have a 4 to worry about. So 65 plus 4. 65 plus 4 would be 69. So that's our answer. So let's go back here. Equals 69. Okay. Now, let's try the second problem. This one is subtraction. But it's the same thing again. So, now, this is the number we're going to divide. So again, let's draw a rectangle. And again, let's divide it into two different spaces. So, that. Now, this would be our 28, and this would be our 15. So now, to make this problem easier, let's divide 15 into two different spaces. So, like this. So now, again, this would be our 10, and this part would be our 5. But notice, this time we're not adding, we're subtracting. So, now, we do 28 minus 10. Well, 2 minus 1 is 1, and 8 minus 0 is 8. So our answer is 18. And now, we still have a 5 to worry about. So, minus 5, and our answer would be 13. Well, let's go back here. Equals 13. That's how you do problems using the method of breaking apart. Now we're going to use a method called compensation. So here, again, we have one addition problem and one subtraction problem. So now, let's do them separately. First, let's go to the addition problem. So now, for these kind of problems, well, compensation, when you're doing compensation, what you do is, now 40 plus 27. It might sound hard and a bit confusing because of the number 27. But now, what if we cross off this 27 and change it into 30? Well, that doesn't look so hard. So, what you do here is 40 plus 30. So what is 40 plus 30? Our answer is 70. But that is not our final answer, because obviously we have a 27 here. So now what you do is 30 minus 27. Well, that's easy. That's 3. So now, because we did 40 plus 30 here, that means this is 3 more, because our answer here we got is 3. So now we need to subtract 73 from 70. So what's 70 minus 3? 67. Well, that was easy. Much easier than directly doing 40 plus 27. So yeah, it's just one way of doing it. And this is probably one of my favorite methods of doing addition and subtraction problems. Sorry about that. Something just popped up. Okay. So our answer was 67. Okay, now let's try the subtraction problem. We do the same thing here again. We compensate. So now we got 18 over here. So why don't we cross that off and add a 20? Well, that's easy. What is 155 minus 20? Our answer is 135. But well, we're not done yet, because we still have a 18 here, which we crossed off and changed it to a 20. So we gotta do 20 minus 18. And what is that? What's the answer to that? 2. So now, again, what we need to do here, because we subtracted 2 more than we're supposed to. So now, instead of subtracting subtracting 2 like we did last time over here, we're supposed to add 2. So now, my answer here would be 137. Let's go back here and do equals 137. Now we're going to use a method called counting on. So, for this method, you need a number line. So go ahead and draw your number line on the paper. So now, let's take a look. We are going to start off at 300, which is right here. And now we need to add 14. So wherever we end is where we is our answer. So now, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got to here. So now, we need to figure out what this number is. Well, obviously, it's 1 less than 315. So that is 314. So our answer is 314. So let's go back here. Equals 314. Now, let's try the subtraction problem. Now we need a number line again. So go ahead and draw one. So now our number line is going to start at 120 and it ends at 450. So now let's count how much it takes to go there. So starting off at 120, so from 120 to 200, that is 80, and then from 200 to 280, that's 82. So let's just write 80 each of these spots, plus 80, plus 80. Now from here to 360, that's 80 jump again, so plus 80. And now from 360 to 450, that is 90. So let's write plus 90 over there. So now, to find out our difference here, we need to add all these numbers. So 80 plus 80 plus 80 plus 90. To do this part, you can just do 80 times 3 also if you like. They're the same thing. So 80 plus 80 plus 80 is 240. So this part equals 240. Now we gotta do 240 plus 90. Sorry about the 4. Whatever. Plus 90. So our answer would be 330. So let's write that right here. So now our difference here is 330. So now let's go back to this page and equals, what did we get again? 330. Okay, let's write that right here. Okay, now that we're done with the main lesson, pause this video, take your time, and solve these 3 problems by yourself. You can use whatever method you like. Okay, did you get a solution? Well, now you're about to check if it's right. So now, I'm gonna do each of them with a different method. So let's do the first one. 340 plus 67. So now, let's again draw a rectangle. Now let's divide it. So let's say this is 340 and this is 67. But now we need to divide the 67 into 2 different pieces so it's easier for us to add. So let's remove the 67. So this part is going to be our 7 and this is going to be our 60. So first let's add 340 plus 60. So there our answer is 400. Now we need to add 407 because we still have 7 left there. So 400 plus 7 equals 407. So our answer here is 407. Let's go back here. Equals 407. So now let's do the second one. 90 plus 42. This one I'm going to use the compensation method. So now we have a 42 here. So why don't we change it into a 45? Or if you want, you can even do 40, but I'm just going to go with 45. So now let's do 90 minus 45. Well, I'm pretty sure most of you know that 45 is half of 90. So our answer here will be 45. But we're not done yet because we are supposed to do minus 42, but we did minus 45. So let's just do 45 minus 42 over here. So our answer would be a 3. So now that means that we subtracted 3 more than we're supposed to. So over here, we need to add 3. So our answer is actually 48. Let's go back here. Wait, wrong one, sorry. Okay. Our answer is 48. Now let's do our last problem for the day. 210 minus 56. So, for this one, I'm going to use the counting line method. So let's draw the number line. So now our number line here started with 56 and ends with 210. So we need to count how much it took for us to get from here to there. So from 56 to 100 is plus 44. From 100 to 150 was plus 50. From 150 to 200 was plus 50 again. And finally, from 200 to 210 was plus 10. So now we have to add all of these. So obviously 50 plus 50 equals 100. So let's just put 100 there instead of putting 50 plus 50. Plus 10 from here. And plus 44 from here. So now, here our answer is 100 plus 10, 110. Now, let's do 110 plus 40, compensation again. So, 110 plus 40 is 150. And 150 plus 4, we have a 4 left. So, if we compensate it, so our answer is 154. Now, circle it or box it, go back here, and write equals 154. Is that what you got? Well, great job. Comment down how many you got right.
Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If this video helped you out, please like and share. And please subscribe to our channel.